Yes? That's all. Thank you. Geoffrey London's fingerprints are definitely those of Sir Eric Hazarias. The fact, gentlemen, that Sir Eric is still alive adds to the difficulties of establishing world peace.
The United Nations Council should be warned immediately.
Wouldn't that be a mistake?
Why?
The man can't be arrested on a criminal charge. He's been too clever. And we can't get help to Staten. Pendrang will be completely isolated, even by air, for the next 4 or 5 months.
You were right about Malborn and Sir Eric Hazarias.
In Pendrang, Sir Eric Hazarias is known as Geoffrey London. Remember next time.
Geoffrey London, then. Those two would have got rid of Stanton in the casino if I hadn't stopped it.
Saving Stanton was good strategy. We may need him.
I thought it was a good idea myself, but it didn't work. Stanton headed into the jungle.
Into the jungle? I could protect him here in Zalabar, but not out there.
The tribesmen wanted to punish him for the destruction of the temples. If they catch up with him, it'll mean the lion pit.
Thanks, Tal. For a minute, I thought I was...
That can come later. Right now, we've got to get out of here.
Hello, Marjorie.
I meet the nicest people in the strangest places.
If we don't move on, we're likely to meet some not so nice.
I don't think it wise for me to go back to Dr. Elmore's with you.
Oh, our tribesmen are friendly, Rod.
A careless word from one of them to the wrong person, and your father may be in trouble.
Did you say you were going to the expedition when you were captured?
Yes. You think your father'd mind coming into Zalabar tomorrow?
I think he'd be glad to. That'll give him a chance to talk to Mr. London.
Fine. Show him what I have to say is very important.
All right, Rod. We may as well get started. Good morning, Doc.
This is the first time I've been up at this hour in ages, so I wouldn't know.
Coffee? You know, I've been doing considerable thinking since last night.
About Malvern, Hazarias, and Stanton?
Yes, but at the moment, Sir Eric and Malvern are the immediate problem.
They certainly have something up their sleeves, Indra. Why should Sir Eric have come here under the name of Geoffrey London? And why should Malvern have agreed to pay you 1/3 of all of his profits without an argument? Profits from what?
From something connected with the archaeological expedition's search for the fabled lost city of the jungle. We've got to find out what that something is.
Greb is Sir Eric's man, but not that archaeologist. Dr. Elmore's honest, so is his daughter.
I'm sure of all that, but I'm also sure that Malvern doesn't trust me any further than I trust him.
The fewer people you trust, the less chance you have of being double-crossed. That's one of the reasons for his success. Yours, too.
Very true. But my success depends upon my power and control over the tribesmen. Now, Malvern knows that I agreed to the destruction of the temples.
On the other hand, you're probably one of the few people in the world who knows that Sir Eric is only a front for this Malvern.
That's what they call a stalemate. I threaten them, but they threaten me.
I know, but what are you going to do about it?
Let the expedition search the ruins of the Pendrang temples for some clue to the legendary statue of the glowing goddess.
Well, what about Stanton? The tribesmen didn't get him because he's back in Zalabar.
He's an agent of the United Peace Foundation. He's been after Sir Eric for a long time, without realizing that Malvern's the man he's looking for. Why do anything about him?
I'll get word to Sir Eric right away.
Messages from Rod Stanton?
Not a word since we sent him that special radio code telling him that Geoffrey London's fingerprints are those of Sir Eric Hazarias.
I wonder if he has figured out why Sir Eric is so interested in financing an archaeological expedition to find a lost jungle city.
Evidently not, or we'd have heard. But he knows Sir Eric is a warmonger and a constant threat to world peace.
I'm glad I'm not confronting an opponent like Sir Eric in a place like Pendrang.
You know, Daphne, I have a feeling you won't have to wait much longer for the Meteorium you need. Your defense against the atomic bomb should be completed soon now.
We must have Meteorium, remember.
You are sure the element exists. You have reason to believe that it exists only here in Pendrang. From everything I can gather, we should find it in the statue.
In that case, you will soon be able to sell the atomic bomb defense, and the world will bid for it.
I hope so. In the meanwhile, I have a detail to take care of. Mr. Rod Stanton.
Hotel! I drew a blank, Rod. The tunnel I followed let me out back there. Did you have any luck?
If you call it luck, bumping into two of Sir Eric's men and falling into a fire pit. But I was luckier later. I landed on a ledge and came through another tunnel. And what I found, I'm sure, will be of great interest to Dr. Elmore.
What is it?
Hieroglyphics. And what looks like a sealed-off tomb.
Dr. Elmore's translation should be interesting. Shall we tell him?
You do that.
At once. But what about Greb? Dr. Elmore is an honest scientist. But with Sir Eric Hazarias backing the expedition, the chances are that Greb is really Sir Eric's man.
Let Greb know. If Greb is Sir Eric's man, what Sir Eric does may give us a lead to what he's after.
This photograph substantiates Tal Shan's belief that the symbols on that wall are important. There's no doubt we found the hidden tomb of the glowing goddess. See that symbol? That represents the glowing goddess herself.
Doctor, what do the other symbols mean?
Beware. Whoever enters these portals faces the shining death that never was on land or sea.
I don't understand.
Well, all ancient vaults have death threats over their entrances.
One of the legends of the glowing goddess tells of a hidden source of death that will forever protect the statue.
There's also another legend that insists that the statue is in the long-lost city of the jungle. We've just come from a tunnel.
I believe both those legends are based on fact, Dr. Greb.
You mean we found the lost city of the jungle underground?
I'm sure of it. But Rod Stanton is the one who found it for us.
Scientifically, that's very unimportant. When do we start the excavations?
I intend to proceed with caution. We'd better obtain permission to open the doorway from Indra as well as from the tribesmen.
I think you're right, but that'll take time.
Discovery that's been buried for centuries can wait a little longer.
Not too long, Doctor. I'll help you. I will report to Mr. London.
By all means. Mr. London has a way of getting what he wants.
Greb is doing the right thing reporting to Geoffrey London. I wonder if he knows that London is actually Sir Eric Hazarias.
Rod Stanton hasn't confided in him, Marjorie.
But suppose Sir Eric has.
Tal Shan spoke of Stanton's discovery in front of Greb. He wouldn't have done that without Stanton's approval.
Hello, Doc.
Hello, Malbon.
I expected to be here earlier, but was delayed. May I see Indra?
Sure. Only you'll have to wait. Rod Stanton's with her now.
Law is flexible in Pendrang. It changes with my opinions.
Does that mean that you've also changed your opinion about Sir Eric Hazarias?
Took you longer than I thought to learn who Geoffrey London was.
To prove it, you mean? I was sure of it when I came here, and it wasn't long until I was also sure that you knew.
My opinion of the United Peace Foundation has increased, Mr. Stanton, since I've learned that Tal Shan and you represent it.
I'm glad to hear that, because I'm here to ask officially about Sir Eric. What's his status with you?
Exactly the same as yours.
No special privileges?
Anyone with enough money can have special privileges in Pendrang.
By the way, when I came the first time to Salabar, you offered me some tablets to improve the drinking water. Can you get me some now?
All you need.
Thanks. Sir Eric is always willing to pay for everything he wants.
For the $5,000 banknote?
And more, if necessary.
Number 15, black, odd. Still haven't found a winning combination. You better quit, system.
Don't be too sure. I'm going to get some more chips.
Where's Sir Eric?
He met Hammond on the street. Why?
I have news from Dr. Elmore.
Hereafter, it might be wiser, perhaps, to let Dr. Elmore make his reports in person, either to me or to Sir Eric. He will probably suspect you, thanks to Stanton telling him about Sir Eric.
But Dr. Elmore told me all about what Stanton said. He told Stanton that he'd seen pictures of Sir Eric, and nothing could convince him that Mr. London and Sir Eric are the same man.
Did you ever stop to consider that Dr. Elmore might have said this purposely, just to gain your trust? Now, what have you got to report?
The hidden tomb of the glowing goddess has been discovered.
But Dr. Elmore doesn't intend to open it without the permission of the tribesmen and Indra.
To be safe, we will open it ourselves.
I thought that's what you say. I'll get tribesmen and start the work at once.
Wait. Were you followed here by any chance?
No. But Tal Shan is outside in the car.
Oh, I saw him when I came in. He's waiting for Stanton. Here's the money for the tribes. And take this and play roulette until Stanton leaves. We can't afford to add to his suspicions just now, and I don't want you to be followed.
I'm in profits, not in causes.
At least I know where you stand.
What you and Sir Eric do, so long as it doesn't interfere with me, is your own business.
And you will remain neutral?
For the present. Because there is a strong possibility that before you're through, one or the other of you will be dead.
And you'll be able to dictate terms to the survivor.
Exactly.
That's good enough for me.
I wonder if it would be worth my while to tell the United Peace Foundation that Sir Eric's secretary, Mr. Malvern, is really the greatest warmonger of them all.
Number 5, red, odd.
I saw Greb gambling, I knew something was up. That's not his character. He was stalling, waiting for me to leave.
Apparently you're right, because he left the moment he thought we had gone.
This time we should be able to follow him without any interference from Sir Eric.
Sir Eric was crazy when he had me cover the road just because he saw Tal Shan parked in front of the casino. But he was right. Contact Greb's car at once.
Calling G14. Calling G14.
Greb speaking.
Rod Stanton is trailing you with Tal Shan.
What do you want me to do?
Take a roundabout route. Use up plenty of time and wind up at the Galuga Trail.
Got it. Then what?
Stop your car, get out and go on foot down the Galuga Trail. I'll contact Johnson. He'll have some of our men ready to take care of anybody who follows you. Signing off.
Jungle trail here.
Let's follow him.
You stay with the cars. I'll trail him.
Had me in a tough spot. It was the bush, no doubt of that.
Let's get back to the car.
One thing is certain. We know where Greb stands.
Greb heard you tell Dr. Elmore about the hidden tomb of the glowing goddess. Rushed to report to Sir Eric and got his orders.
We've got to get to that tomb and find out why Sir Eric is so interested in it.
I'll cut through the jungle. When you're ready, go to field quarters. Tell Marjorie and Dr. Elmore about Greb.
The door to the tomb is right through there. Good work, Culipa. You really drove your men. Pay them off and then come back here. Well, we're ready to open it up.
Yeah, but didn't you say there was a death threat written on there?
That doesn't worry me. We'll let the tribesmen go in first. Then we won't run into trouble with Indra or the tribesmen.
Suits me.
All right. Lead the way. To you, Culipa, goes the honor of first entering the tomb.
It is well.
See that expression of terror on his face?
But there's nothing in there that could have killed him. Go in and bring him out.
Not me. I'm not going to put a foot in there.
Hey, Greb! Greb!
What's the matter?
Stanton just came out of the jungle and he's headed here. Stanton.
No. We'll let him come in and enter the tomb and serve as our guinea pig.